last year in the month of November, you are well aware, he moved the Public Service Commission and sought the removal of the DPP on a number of grounds, which include the abuse of office, the abuse of his powers as a Director of Public Prosecutions, and the maladministration in his office, in a sense in which he raised questions or queries as to the improper or irregular promotions of some staff in the office of the DPP, the retaining of other members of staff, and the appointment of special prosecutors who have taken over the roles of very reputable prosecutors that we have known in this country and do not have any unique or peculiar qualification other than those that are held by those people in the office. So other than filing for the removal of the Director of Public Prosecutions, Mr. Rubia had sought or had invited the Office of the Ombudsman to do an investigation and inquiry as to some of these ills that he called to question, but in his view he had thought then would warrant the removal of the DPP from office. And so it's approximately 4 or 5 months since that letter was written. And as far as Mr. Rubia is concerned, the Ombudsman or the Office of the Administrative Justice has not moved any muscle. It has not acted as it is required in law. And since this body, the Commission, is a creature of the law, and it is mandated to take steps to ensure that the injustices that occur in administrative offices or in state offices should be handled or addressed or investigated by them. And to that extent, since they have done nothing, Mr. Rubia has sought to instruct us through the efforts of our able senior Mr. Danstan Omari to move to court and to request the Honorable Court to come to his aid and to the aid of the public, so that the ills or the maladministrations or this questioned manner in which the Director of Public Prosecutions, Mr. Nudin Haji, has been conducting his affairs by appointing special prosecutors without due process, by making payments that are questionable and that do not, in a sense, accord to those that are required under the Advocates Enumeration Order, then he has told us, or he has given us instructions to proceed to court. And that is why we have gone to court, seeking that the Ombudsman is forced, through orders of the court, to do that which he is supposed to do by virtue of his office. And that is to investigate some of these questions that have been raised by Mr. Rubia in his letters, in his petitions, and in the current proceedings that are before court. So other than that, we are awaiting for the court to give us directions as to how best we can save the face or bring dignity into the office of the Director of Public Prosecutions. Thank you.
Because we received instructions from a client who happens to be an activist within the Republic of Kenya, who on the 28th day of November 2021 wrote a letter to the Commission on Administrative Justice, because that is the commission that deals with matters administration, wrote a letter complaining of the maladministration that has been happening within the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions. Now, while he wrote that letter, he was hoping that as procedure does mandate, he would receive a response in the fullness of time. Up till to date, there has been no response nor any acknowledgement of the letter reaching the Commission on the Administration of Justice. Therefore, our activists opted to move courts, which we have so done. We filed an application on Friday seeking for an order of mandamus that would compel the Commission on Administrative Justice to perform according to their mandates as provided by law. They are tasked with the mandate of investigating all matters of administrative justice, and because within the application we can see that they are highlighting issues that are within the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions that is going contrary to provisions of law. For example, some of the grounds that urged our clients to move the court was, for instance, the fact that there has been an illegal appointment of special prosecutors, there has also been illegal and unlawful transferring of funds of the COVID-19 to other areas from the Office of the Director of Public Prosecution. Also, he's claiming and alleging issues on nepotism and tribalism, that it has come to, it is now general knowledge that every person who works within the Office of the Director of Public Prosecution or who is subject to the tender process has to fit a certain criteria which favors that of the Director of Public Prosecution, including construction of the road that is at the training institute. The comments that were coming from there is that it's only personnel who are known to be of close kin to the Director of Public Prosecution. Therefore, we were hoping that the Commission, because it has been charged with such a mandate, it would be able to discharge its functions. Now, we moved court by way of a judicial review on Friday, and we're hoping to get directions from court that will enable the Commission to act according to the mandate. And also, in the event that any other institution or anybody feels that the Commission on Administrative Justice, also known as the Ombudsman, should not act, can only move the courts through by seeking leave from that court. Therefore, we are hoping that in the fullness of time, issues of maladministration within the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions will be addressed adequately, especially because this is a political year and this is a year full of elections. We are hoping that we'll have rightful systems even as we enter into a new era of leadership. I leave it over to my senior shadow.